I woke to a house so quiet it felt like the world was holding its breath. The kitchen, where my daughter Lily used to hum off-key while sneaking cookies from the jar, was empty. No clatter of spoons, no echo of her laughter. 6 months ago, she walked out of my life without a word, leaving nothing but a folded note I haven't dared to open. My little girl, who once drew me as her superhero in crayon, cut me off like I was a stranger. I keep replaying our last morning together, her hazel eyes darting away as she hugged me too quickly, like she already knew it was goodbye. Was it something I did? Or something I'll never understand? The weight of her absence presses against, my ribs heavier each day. Father's Day passed last week, and the unopened card on the counter stabbed deeper than I expected. I thought I knew her, her dreams of painting murals, the way she'd twirl her hair when nervous, her stubborn love for burnt toast. Now I'm a ghost in her story, haunted by a note that might hold the truth or shatter me completely. There's a reason she left, a story buried in the silence, and I'm not sure I'm ready for what I'll find. But I can't stop searching, not when every creak of this old house reminds me of her. This is my journey to uncover why my daughter vanished from my life, and whether I can ever bring her back. The kitchen clock's relentless ticking cuts through the silence, each tick a blade slicing into the raw wound of Lily's absence. I sit at our chipped oak table, its surface scarred from years of her doodling, her laughter, her life. The folded note she left 6 months ago trembles in my hands, its edges frayed from my endless, cowardly handling. I can't open it, not yet, not when the truth might unravel me completely. That last morning haunts me like a ghost I can't shake. Lily's hazel eyes, usually so bright they could light up this dim room, dodged mine as she hugged me, her breath catching, a hitch of something unsaid. Her backpack slouched by the door, but I was too distracted, too caught up in my own routine to notice. Hours later, I found the note tucked under her favorite mug, the one with the cracked handle she refused to throw out, claiming it had character. Now, this house is a tomb, swallowing every sound. The drip of cold coffee in my untouched cup, the creak of my footsteps as I wander to her room. Her mural sketches cling to the walls, swirling colors of cities and dreams, fading like her presence, each one a ghost that whispers her name. My phone buzzes on the counter, a cruel tease. Not her. Never her. I clutch the note, its weight heavier than the oak table, and whisper, "What did I miss?" My heart knows the answer lies folded in my hands, but fear roots me to this chair, to this silence. I've always been good at fixing things, leaky faucets, broken shelves, but not this, not her absence. The clock ticks on, relentless, mocking my inertia. I trace the note's edges, feeling the paper's pulse as if it could speak her secrets. I remember her as a kid, sprawled on this floor, crayons scattered, drawing me as her superhero. Where did that go? The house creaks, an old groan that feels like it's mourning with me. I stand, drawn to her room again, where her bed is still made, her pillow untouched. A sketch falls from the wall, landing face up. A girl with Lily's eyes staring out. I pick it up, my chest tight, and slip it into my pocket with the note. Back at the table, I pour another coffee, knowing it'll go cold. The silence presses in, heavy as grief, and I wonder if I failed her long before she left. Those late nights at work, those missed calls. My phone buzzes again, a spam call, and I laugh. A bitter sound that echoes in the empty room. I'm a man adrift in his own house, anchored only by a note I'm too scared to read. What did she want to say that morning? Was it a plea, a warning? The clock ticks, counting down to nothing. I hold the note to the light, seeing the faint shadow of her handwriting, a code I'm not ready to crack. But I can't stay here forever. Frozen in this moment, I have to know why she left, why my daughter, my light, vanished without a word. The note is my map, my curse, my only way forward. I set it down, my hands shaking, and promise myself, tomorrow, I'll be brave enough to face it. Last summer, before the world split open, Lily and I stood on the porch, paint cans open, the air thick with turpentine and her off-key humming. She was 19, her hazel eyes blazing with dreams of art school, her laughter a spark that could have lit the whole town. She flicked paint at me, a mischievous grin spreading across her face, and I laughed, swiping a streak of blue across her cheek. "You're gonna be famous," I said, my voice thick with pride, but I didn't say enough. Didn't ask about the shadows I should have seen. That night we sat on the steps, eating her beloved burnt toast, the kind she'd make when I worked. Late the stars above us sharp as pins. Her hair twirled around her finger, a nervous habit, but her smile flickered, a bulb about to burn out. I missed it then, too busy savoring the moment to notice the bruise on her wrist. Faint as a whispered secret, caught now in a photo I dig out from a shoebox. Her face is half hidden by her paintbrush, but the bruise is there, a smudge of violence. I didn't question. My stomach lurches, a sick twist of guilt. Was someone hurting her? I pace the kitchen, the clock's ticking a cruel metronome, and call her old art teacher Ms. Harper. Her voice is tight, hesitant, saying Lily seemed distant last fall. Her sketches darker, her laughter gone. "Did she mention anyone?" I ask, gripping the phone. Nothing. I hang up, the note in my pocket heavier now, a stone dragging me under. The photo lies on the table, Lily's eyes staring through me, accusing. I was her hero once, but I was also the father who missed her. Calls who worked late while she ate alone. The porch is empty now, the paint cans rusted, the steps creaking under my weight as I sit where we did, trying to summon her laugh. The stars are dim tonight, hidden by clouds, and I wonder if I ignored other signs. A tense phone call, a door, slammed too hard. The bruise haunts me, a clue I can't unsee. I dig through more photos, finding one from that day, her grin forced, her wrist turned just so. My chest aches, a dull throb of failure. I should have asked why her smile faltered, why her eyes darted away. Back inside, the house feels colder, the silence thicker. I pull the note from my pocket, its edges soft from my touch, and hold it. To the light, searching for answers in its folds. Did someone hurt her, or was it me, too absent to notice her unraveling? I call Ms. Harper again, desperate, but her voicemail clicks on, impersonal, final. The note's weight pulls at me. Tethered to Lily, to the truth I'm not ready for, I sit at the table, the photo beside me, and trace her face, my fingers trembling. The kitchen clock ticks on, relentless, counting the moments I've lost. I wasn't just her father, I was the man who let her slip away, too caught up in my own life to see hers breaking. Tomorrow I'll call someone else, dig deeper, but tonight, I'm stuck here, drowning in what I didn't see. The note, a silent scream I can't yet answer. Lily's room is a shrine to her absence, the air heavy, with dust and the ghost of her perfume, a faint lilac that stings my lungs. Her sketchbook lies splayed on her desk, its pages curling like they're reaching for her. And I hesitate, my fingers hovering, afraid of what I'll find. I flip through it, each sketch a pulse of her soul, cities blazing with color, forests, alive with secrets, faces I don't know but feel I should. One drawing stops me, a knife to the heart, a girl, unmistakably Lily, her hazel eyes wide with fear, cowering beneath a faceless shadow, its edges jagged, swallowing the page. My hands shake, the paper trembling as I turn it, finding her scrawl in the margin. He knows my secret. Who? My pulse hammers, a frantic drumbeat in the silence. Who's he? What secret? I search her room, desperate for answers, and find a locked diary under her bed, its brass clasp glinting like a warning shot. My fingers fumble, useless without a key, but the lock feels alive, guarding her truth. The house creaks, an old groan that echoes my dread, and I'm back in that last morning, her quick hug, her eyes dodging mine. Was she afraid then, hiding? This? I call her friend Sarah, my voice tight, fraying at the edges. What happened to her, I demand. But Sarah's voice is cagey, nervous, saying Lily was scared before she left, secretive, her laughter gone. Scared of what? I press, but she mumbles, I don't know, and hangs up, the silence on the line a fresh wound. The note in my pocket burns, a coal against my chest, but I can't face it yet. Back in her room, I sit on her bed, the mattress sagging under my weight, and stare at the sketch. The shadow feels alive, watching me, its formless threat curling into my thoughts. I trace Lily's lines, her fear in every stroke, and wonder what I missed. Those late nights I worked, those dinners I skipped. Was she running from someone or from me? The lilac scent fades, replaced by dust, and I feel her slipping further away. I dig through her desk, finding nothing but pencils and crumpled receipts, each one a dead end. The diary's lock mocks me, a puzzle I can't solve, and I slam it down, my breath ragged. The house feels smaller, its walls closing in, and I'm drowning in questions. Who was she afraid of? Was it this he? Or was it something deeper, something I did? The sketchbook falls open again, the shadow staring back, and I swear it, moves just for a second. I stumble to the kitchen, the note in my hand, its weight unbearable. I hold it to the light, seeing the faint shadow of her words, a secret I'm not brave enough to face. The clock ticks, relentless, counting my failures. What secret was Lily carrying, and why couldn't she share it with me? I sit, the sketchbook, beside me, and promise myself I'll find the key, literal or not, to unlock her truth. Tomorrow I'll call Sarah again, or someone else, anyone who knows. Tonight I'm trapped in her room, in her fear, in the shadow that looms over us both. The Polaroid slips from Lily's locked diary, a fragile thing catching the dim light of her room, and it stops my heart. Lily with a stranger, his arm heavy, around her shoulders, her smile brittle under the neon glow of a bar. He's tall, dark-haired, his eyes sharp as knives cutting through her forced grin. I trace her face, my fingers trembling, and see the tension in her jaw, the way her hand clutches her sleeve. The house creaks, a low moan as I pocket the note, and drive to Rusty's, the only dive in town with that flickering neon sign, its red glow bleeding into the night. The bar smells of stale beer and regret, the kind of place where secrets fester. The bartender, wiping glasses with a rag, squints at the photo. "Yeah, she was here last fall," he says, voice rough. "With a guy, Ethan, paid cash, left fast, like they were running." My throat closes, the name Ethan a stone in my gut. Who is he? I show the photo to a few regulars, their eyes glassy, uninterested. No one knows more. Driving home, the road blurs, my mind replaying Lily's quick hug, her eyes dodging mine. Was Ethan there, in the shadows, pulling her away? The house is darker now, the kitchen clock's ticking louder, a pulse I can't escape. I sit at the table, the photo beside the note, and search Ethan online, my fingers clumsy on the keyboard. Nothing. No profile, no trace, like he's a ghost. The note burns in my pocket, its words locked away, taunting me. I almost unfold it, but my hands freeze, fear whispering that it'll break me. The house creaks again, and for a moment I swear I hear her hum, faint as a memory drifting from her room. I'm losing my grip, the line between reality and longing blurring. I pace, the photo in hand, and notice something new. A faint mark on Lily's neck, not a bruise but a shadow, like makeup hiding something. My chest tightens. Was she hiding from him? Or from me? I think of all the times I wasn't there, late nights at the garage, fixing cars instead of her heart. The neon light from the photo haunts me, its glow a warning I didn't heed. I call the bartender again, desperate, but he's curt, says he's busy. The silence after hangs heavy, like the air before a storm. I sit, staring at the note, its edges soft from my touch, and wonder if it holds Ethan's name, or something worse. The clock ticks, relentless, counting the moments I've lost. I'm a man adrift, chasing a girl who's slipped through my fingers, and this photo is my only map. I hold it to the light, seeing her eyes, her fear, and feel the weight of my failures. Those missed dinners, those unanswered texts. Was Ethan her escape, or her cage? The house feels alive, watching, its shadows shifting. I'm close to something, but it terrifies me. Tomorrow I'll dig deeper, find someone who knows Ethan. Tonight I'm stuck here, the photo and note my only companions, their secrets louder than the silence. Something's out there, waiting, and I'm not sure I'm ready to face it. The coffee shop smells of burnt espresso and lies. Sarah's eyes darting like a cornered animal's as I lean across the counter, my voice raw, breaking. "Tell me about Ethan," I beg, the words scraping my throat. She fidgets, her apron stained, and whispers, "He was charming at first, but Lily changed. Quiet, scared, always on her phone. She saw her crying once, clutching it like a lifeline, saying she'd messed up." My heart lurches, guilt clawing at me. Driving home, the road twists like my thoughts, rage and dread tangling. In my room, I find an old voicemail from Lily, saved from a year ago. "Dad, you're my hero." Her voice bright, slicing through me. I play it on repeat, tears burning my eyes, each word a reminder of the father I wasn't. Too busy, too distant. The note sits on my nightstand, its smudge catching the lamplight. Not a fingerprint, but blood, faint and rust-colored. My breath catches. Whose blood? Lily's? Ethan's? My hands shake as I dial a private investigator, my voice trembling. With the weight of my failures, missed calls, late nights at the garage, dinners I skipped while Lily ate alone. The investigator's voice is calm, promising answers, but I'm drowning in questions. Was Lily running from Ethan or from something I did? The house is colder now, its silence a fist around my heart. I sit on her bed, the mattress sagging, and hold the note, its blood smudge a silent scream. I see her that last morning, her hazel eyes dodging mine, her hug too quick, like she was already gone. Was she afraid of me too? I play the voicemail again, her voice a lifeline I can't reach, and the guilt hits harder. Those times I brushed her off, too tired to listen. The kitchen clock ticks, relentless, mocking my inertia. I pace, the photo from the bar in one hand, the note in the other, and notice the smudge again. Its shape deliberate, like a warning. I think of Sarah's hesitation, her quick hang-up, and wonder if she's hiding something too. The investigator calls back, saying he'll dig into Ethan, but it'll take time. Time I don't have. The house creaks, a low groan, and I feel watched, the shadows thicker now. I sit at the kitchen table, the note under my fingers, and almost unfold it. But fear stops me cold. What if it's my fault? What if I pushed her away with my absence? The voicemail loops, her voice fading into static, and I'm back to that. Summer, her laughter on the porch, her burnt toast. I was her hero then, but heroes don't miss bruises, don't ignore faltering smiles. The blood smudge haunts me, a clue I can't decipher. If Lily was in trouble, why didn't I see the signs? I clutch the note, its weight crushing, and promise myself I'll find her, no matter what it costs. Tomorrow I'll track down Sarah again, push harder. Tonight, I'm trapped in this house, its silence louder than my guilt. The voicemail playing, her voice a ghost I can't let go. The clock ticks on and I'm left with the note, the blood, and the truth I'm too scared to face. My hands tremble as I pick the lock on Lily's diary, the brass clasp giving way after an hour of fumbling, each click a betrayal of her trust. The pages spill open, her words a flood of dreams, murals that would outshine the stars, and fears of failing, of never being enough. Then, a name. E. My heart stops at one entry, scrawled in jagged ink. E knows about the accident. I can't stay here. Accident. The word burns, a fuse lit in my mind. What did she do? A receipt slips out from Shady Pines Motel an hour away, dated the day she left. I drive there, the road winding through dusk, the motel's neon sign, flickering like a dying pulse. The clerk chewing gum squints at me. Yeah, a girl like that checked in, alone, eyes red, gone by dawn. My chest tightens, imagining Lily here, scared, her hazel eyes searching for escape. The parking lot is empty, gravel crunching under my boots, and I clutch the note in my pocket. Its blood smudge a silent accusation. A shadow moves in the trees, quick, deliberate, and I spin, heart pounding, but it's gone. Was it real or my guilt playing tricks? Back home, the house is darker, the kitchen clock's ticking a relentless march. I sit with the diary, rereading. Her words. E knows. Ethan? Someone else? The accident haunts me. What did she mean? I see her that last morning, her backpack by the door, her hug too quick, and realize I wasn't just her hero. I was the father who worked late, who missed her calls, who let her carry this alone. The diary's pages are worn like she poured her soul into them, and I trace her handwriting, feeling her fear. The motel receipt lies beside it, its edges curled, a map to her last moments here. I think of her alone in that room, her dreams crumbling and my guilt surges, a wave I can't outrun. The house creaks, a low moan, and I feel watched. The shadows heavier now. I pace, the note in one hand, the diary in the other, and wonder if the accident was my fault too. Did my absence push her to this? I call the investigator, my voice shaking, and tell him about the receipt, the accident. He promises to check the motel's records, but his calm grates against my panic. The clock ticks, counting my failures, and I sit, the diary open, Lily's words a mirror to my neglect. I see her on the porch, her laughter, her burnt toast, and the bruise I didn't. Question: was the accident a moment or a life I didn't see breaking? The shadow in the trees lingers in my mind, a threat I can't name. I hold the note, its blood smudge darker now, and almost unfold it, but fear grips me. What if it names me as the reason she ran? The house feels alive, its silence a weight I can't shake. Tomorrow I'll go back to the motel, ask more questions. Tonight, I'm trapped with her diary, her confession, and the truth I'm not ready to face. The clock ticks on, and I'm drowning in her absence, her fear, my guilt. The investigator's call wakes me, his voice clipped. Ethan Caldwell, 28, petty thief, last lived in a rundown apartment nearby. I drive there at dawn, the building a husk of peeling paint and broken windows, its air thick with neglect. No one answers Ethan's door, but a neighbor smoking on the stoop says he left 6 months ago, same time as Lily, muttering about starting over. My gut twists, a sick knot of dread. Was he running with her or from her? Back home, I find Ethan's social media, a sparse profile with cryptic posts, one showing a painting, Lily's style, vibrant swirls of color that scream her soul. Did she give it to him, or did he take it? I message him, my fingers clumsy. With anger, words spilling out. Where's my daughter? No reply. The house creaks, a low groan, and I'm back in Lily's room, her sketchbook open to a new clue. A bridge by the river, E carved into it, a place she loved as a kid, where she'd skip stones and laugh. My heart races. I know that bridge. I'll go at dawn. The kitchen clock ticks, relentless, mocking my delay. I sit at the table, the note in my pocket, its blood smudge a pulse I can't ignore. I see her that last morning, her hazel eyes dodging mine, her backpack ready, and wonder if Ethan was there pulling her strings. The painting on his profile haunts me, its colors a piece of her I can't reclaim. I pace, the house's silence heavier, and think of all the times I failed her. Late nights at the garage, her texts unanswered. Was Ethan her escape, or her captor? The neighbor's words echo, starting over. With Lily, without her? I call the investigator, my voice tight, and tell him about the painting, the bridge. He's digging into Ethan's record, but it'll take time. Time I don't have. The house feels alive, its shadows shifting, and I swear I hear her hum, faint, fleeting. I hold the note, its weight crushing, and almost unfold it, but fear stops me. What if it names Ethan or me? The sketchbook lies open, the bridge drawing staring back, its lines a map to her heart. I see her there as a kid, her laughter echoing, and my guilt surges. I was too busy to join her, too tired to care. The clock ticks, counting my regrets, and I'm drowning in what I didn't see. I sit, the painting's image burned into my mind, and wonder if Ethan has her, or if she's running from him too. The house creaks again, a warning, and I feel watched, the air thick with threat. Tomorrow I'll stand on that bridge, search for answers. Tonight I'm trapped with the note, the painting, and the ghost of my daughter. Her absence a wound I can't heal. I clutch the sketchbook, its pages soft from her touch, and promise myself I'll find her, no matter what it costs. The silence presses in heavier than ever, and I'm left chasing a ghost I let slip away, the truth just out of reach. The river churns under the bridge, its dark current a mirror to my racing pulse, the air sharp with damp earth and memory. I find the carving, E+L, jagged in the wood, fresh, not weathered, a wound that bleeds my hope. My fingers trace it, and I'm thrown back to Lily as a kid, skipping stones here, her laughter bright against the water's rush. Now, the bridge feels haunted, its silence a weight. I search the ground, desperate, and spot her bracelet, the silver one I gave her at 16, half buried in the dirt, its clasp bent. My knees hit the ground, grief swallowing me whole, a sob tearing through my chest. Was she here, scared, running? The investigator calls, says Ethan's been spotted in a nearby town, a lead I can't ignore. I drive to a diner there, its fluorescent lights harsh, the air thick with grease. I show Ethan's photo, my hands trembling. A waitress, her name tag, reading Bev, nods. Saw him with a girl, looked lost maybe a month ago. My heart leaps. Was it Lily? I press her, but she shrugs, says they left fast. Back home, I hold the bracelet, its weight heavier than the note in my pocket, still unopened, still screaming. The house creaks, a low moan, and I feel watched. The shadows darker now. I see Lily here, years ago, her hazel eyes bright, her bracelet glinting as she laughed. I failed her then, too busy to join her, too distracted to see her heart. The waitress's words haunt me, lost looking, and I wonder if Lily's still out there or if I'm chasing a ghost. I call the investigator again, my voice raw, and tell him about the bracelet, the diner. He promises to track Ethan's movements, but his calm grates against my panic. The kitchen clock ticks, relentless, counting the moments I've lost. I sit, the bracelet in one hand, the note in the other, and think of that last morning, her quick hug, her eyes dodging mine. Was she running from Ethan, or from something bigger? The carving, E+L, burns in my mind. A promise or a threat, I can't decipher. I pace, the house's silence suffocating, and feel the weight of my failures. Those late nights, those missed chances to listen. The bracelet's clasp is bent like it was torn off, and my gut twists. Did she leave it for me to find? The river's churn echoes in my head, a warning I can't shake. I hold the note, its blood smudge darker now, and almost unfold it. But fear grips me. What if it confirms I pushed her away? The house feels alive, its shadows shifting, and I swear I hear her laugh. Faint, fading. Tomorrow I'll follow Ethan's trail, dig deeper. Tonight I'm trapped with the bracelet, its silver a cold reminder of my daughter, my loss. The clock ticks on and I'm drowning in her absence, her fear, my guilt. Was Lily here, leaving me a clue, or is this all that's left of her? I clutch the bracelet, promising her I'll keep searching no matter what I find. The kitchen clock ticks like a heartbeat, relentless as I sit under its glare, the note in my hands, its blood smudge a silent scream I can't ignore. I can't run anymore. I unfold it, my fingers trembling, and Lily's handwriting spills across the page, each word a blade. Dad, I'm sorry. I caused an accident, and he won't let me go. I love you. Don't follow. My world shatters, a glass house collapsing. Inward. Accident. Who's he? Ethan? Someone else? My mind spins, images of Lily scared, trapped, her hazel eyes pleading. I call the investigator, my voice raw, and read him the note, each word choking me. He finds Ethan's new address, a squat building an hour away. I drive there, rage blinding me, the road a blur of red lights and regret. His apartment is empty, the air stale, but on the wall hangs a painting, Lily's unmistakably, it's vibrant. Swirls screaming her presence, my knees buckle, tears burning. Did she leave this or did he take it? My phone buzzes, a text from an unknown number. Stop or she's gone. Not Ethan's number, I checked. My blood freezes, the room tilting. Outside, tires screech, a car vanishing into the night, and I'm left clutching the note, my only link to her. The house was silent that last morning, her hug too quick, her backpack ready, but I didn't see the fear in her eyes. The accident haunts me. What did she do? I think of my absences, those late nights at the garage, her texts unanswered, and wonder if I pushed her to this. The painting stares at me. Its colors a piece of her soul, and I trace its edges, feeling her close yet so far. The investigator calls, says Ethan's in custody for fraud, but no Lily. My heart sinks, hope fraying. I sit on the apartment's floor, the note in my hand, and reread her words. Don't follow. Why? To protect me or herself? The text. Message lingers, a threat from someone else, someone watching. The house creaks in my memory, its silence heavier now, and I feel it. The weight of my failures, the dinners I missed, the signs I ignored. The painting's frame is scratched, like it was hung in haste, and I wonder if Lily left it as a clue, or if it's a trophy of her loss. I drive home, the note and painting beside me, the road dark, endless. The clock ticks when I walk in, relentless, and I'm back where I started, drowning in her absence. I hold the note, its blood smudged darker, and see her face, her fear, her love. I've failed her before, those late nights, those silences, but I won't again. The text, message burns in my mind, a faceless threat I can't name. Tomorrow I'll find this new shadow, this he. Tonight I'm trapped with her note, her painting, my guilt, the truth cutting deeper than I feared. The house feels alive, watching, and I swear I hear her voice, faint, pleading. I clutch the note, vowing to find her no matter the cost. The clock ticks on, and I'm left with her words, her warning, my promise. I promise. The kitchen clock ticks on, a relentless pulse in the dark as I sit at the chipped oak table. Lily's note in one hand, her silver bracelet in the other, its bent clasp a wound I can't heal. The investigator calls. Ethan's arrested for fraud, but there's no trace of Lily, no sign she was ever with him. My heart lurches, hope and despair tangling like the river's current. I drive to the bridge, the E+L carving mocking me, its jagged lines fresh under my fingers. I trace it, seeing her as a kid skipping stones, her laughter brighter than the water. Now the river churns, dark, restless, and I search the wood, desperate for something, anything. A new clue glints, a phone number scratched beside the carving, faint but deliberate. My hands shake as I dial, my heart in my throat. A woman answers, her voice trembling. Dad? It's Lily, alive, but she whispers, don't come, it's not safe. The line cuts off, her voice a ghost fading into static. I choke on tears, promising the stars I'll find her. The house is silent when I return. The clock's ticking louder, a countdown to nothing. I sit, the note and bracelet my anchors, and reread her words. Don't follow. But I have to. The phone number's dead now, a disconnected line, but her voice lingers, her fear real. I see her that last morning, her hazel eyes dodging mine, her hug too quick, and realize I failed her long before. Those late nights at the garage, her texts unanswered, her burnt toast eaten alone. The investigator says he'll trace the number, but it'll take time I don't have. The painting from Ethan's apartment sits in my car, its colors screaming her presence, a piece of her I can't lose. The text from last night, stop or she's gone, burns in my mind, a threat from someone else, someone watching. The house creaks, a low moan, and I feel it, the weight of eyes I can't see. I hold the bracelet, its silver cold, and think of her on this bridge, scared, leaving me clues. Was the accident her fault or mine? My guilt surges, a wave I can't outrun. Those missed dinners, those silences I let grow. The clock ticks, relentless, and I'm back to that summer, her laughter on the porch, her dreams I didn't nurture. I call the investigator again, my voice raw, and beg for answers, but he's calm, distant. The house feels alive, its shadows shifting, and I swear I hear her hum, faint fading. This isn't over. It's my fight to bring her home. I clutch the note, its blood smudge a vow, and promise her I'll keep searching no matter the danger. If this story tore at your heart like it does mine, hit that like button. Share below. Have you ever fought for someone you love? Subscribe. Stay with me. I'm not giving up on Lily, and I need you with me through every dark moment until I find her. The clock ticks on, and I'm left with her voice, her warning, my promise to never stop.